Buenos días, soy Natalia Sánchez de Spanish-Perfecto and I'm here to help you learn Spanish-Perfecto from level 0. Even though last episode we said we will be listening to a dialogue in the restaurant, I thought it is better to see something new before we go to the restaurant, so we can already take advantage of it and use it. ¿Estás preparado? ¡Empecemos! This new thing I wanted you to learn during this episode is the verb to go in Spanish. Ir. To go, ir. And its infinitive doesn't have to do anything with the conjugation of this verb. It's a complete irregular verb. I'm going to show you how to conjugate it and how to use it during this episode. Ir, the infinitive, yo voy, tú vas, él, ella va, nosotros, nosotras vamos. You probably heard that one somewhere. Vamos. Vosotros, vosotras vais. Ellos, ellas van. Yo voy, tú vas, él, ella va. Nosotros, nosotras vamos. Vosotros, vosotras vais. Ellos, ellas van. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Notice that you probably hear the letter B. Voy, vas, va. But in Spanish, we don't make a difference in sound between the letters B and V. And we actually conjugate this verb with the letter V. The whole conjugation comes with the letter V. So you probably will say voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. But in Spanish, this doesn't happen. Let's see, how do we say, I go to the restaurant every week? Yo voy al restaurante todas las semanas. Yo voy al restaurante todas las semanas. I go to the swimming pool every week. Yo voy a la piscina todas las semanas. Notice we first said voy al, and then we said voy a la. What does that mean? Voy al, it's the same as voy a el, because restaurante es masculino. Then we have el restaurante. But with the verb to go, we always say voy a, él va a, nosotros vamos a, and then if we have a masculine word, a plus el becomes al. Voy a el restaurante doesn't sound very good in Spanish. Then we will say voy al restaurante. But then if we say to the swimming pool, la piscina es femenino. Then nothing happens. We will say voy a la piscina. And what happened with the plural? Voy a los restaurantes. Voy a las piscinas. Then nothing happens to the rest of the words. We have a plus the article, los, las, la. But then if we have a and the article el, it becomes al. Voy al restaurante. This word a is like to. In English, I'm going to the restaurant, I'm going to the swimming pool, I'm going to my mother's house. Yo voy al restaurante. Yo voy a la piscina. Yo voy a la casa de mi madre. Yo voy a la casa de mi madre. To my mother's house or the house of my mother, we will say in Spanish. And what happened to the verb to go in Spanish, el verbo ir, if we have or if we write or if we say another verb after this one? For example, in English will be I go to buy an ice cream. It sounds quite strange in English. In English, we probably will say, I'm going to buy an ice cream. But in Spanish, we can say, I go to buy an ice cream. And how do we do this? So far, we have only used one verb. What happens if we have two verbs? Today, you will know what happened. I'm going to buy an ice cream in Spanish becomes I go to buy an ice cream. Yo voy a comprar un helado. Yo voy a comprar un helado. The first verb is conjugated and the second verb is an infinitive. If the first verb is to go, ir, we will say ir a. Yo voy a comprar. Tú vas a trabajar. Él va a vivir. If we have two other verbs joining together, we wouldn't have this a in the middle. This a in the middle is only with the verb to go. Por ejemplo, for example, yo quiero comprar un helado. We don't have any word in between those verbs. There is no a like we will add with the verb to go. Let's continue with more examples for the verb to go. Yo voy a vivir en Nueva York. I'm going to live in New York. Tú vas a ser alto como tu padre. You're going to be tall like your father. Él va a desayunar con su mamá. He's going to have breakfast with his mom. Ella va a hablar con Pedro esta tarde. She's going to speak with Pedro this evening. Nosotros vamos a comer pescado. We're going to eat fish. I'm sure you can translate already these sentences since these are verbs we have already studied. Ellos van a llevar el vestido azul. They're going to wear the blue dress. Vais a beber una cerveza en este bar? Are you going to drink a beer in this bar? ¿Vais a beber una cerveza en este bar? Él va a tener los ojos de su padre. He's going to have the eyes of his father's eyes. Él va a tener los ojos de su padre. I don't know if you noticed that by using the verb to go with another verb, we can already express future in Spanish. I can say, voy a vivir en Nueva York el año próximo. I'm going to live in New York the next year. Voy a vivir en Nueva York el año próximo. These are very good news. Without making any effort, you can already talk in future in Spanish. Let's recap a bit everything we said. We write the verb to go, ir, with the letter V, but we pronounce it with the letter B. If we want to say we go somewhere, we will add the word a and then the article of the next word, where you're going. If this article is el, we will join together a+el and it will become al. Yo voy al restaurante. Yo voy a la casa de mi madre. Tú vas a la piscina. Ellos van a los restaurantes. If we have the verb to go with another verb, we will conjugate the verb to go and then we will add a in the middle and the infinitive of the second verb. And this will indicate future in Spanish. I hope that you understood and that now you're able to use the verb to go perfectly. Don't leave me yet. I have some questions for you. Can you translate next sentences for me into Spanish? They are going to drink water at home. Ellos van a beber agua en casa. She is going to be angry with you. Ella va a estar enfadada contigo. With you. Contigo. Contigo. He is going to be a doctor like his mom. Él va a ser un doctor como su madre. Her son is going to have beautiful eyes. Su hijo va a tener unos ojos muy bonitos. Muy bonitos. He is going to be tall like his dad. Él va a ser alto como su padre. I'm going to live with my uncle. Yo voy a vivir con mi tío. She is not going to work because she is sick. Ella no va a trabajar porque ella está enferma. If we want to negate, we will add no before the first verb. Ella no va a trabajar porque ella está enferma. That was a bit of a challenge. If you got that right, you're perfect in Spanish so far. These were very difficult sentences to translate. But if you have listened to the previous episodes and you have noted down everything we have seen so far, you can probably come up with the solutions and understand them. Nevertheless, if you were not able to translate these sentences, at least I hope you understood how to make them right after listening to the translation. Now, this is all for today's lesson. Next lesson, we will be going to the restaurant using the verb to go. Nosotros vamos a ir al restaurante. Muchas gracias por estar ahí y hasta el próximo episodio. Remember, you can always contact me through our website Spanish-Perfecto. Hasta pronto.